Hey, George Henry here. Larry and I the other day were popping popcorn, so we did an extended popcorn video, which was kind of silly, but then we were going to edit that and put our episode 18 onto there. Well, I decided it was a little too long for everybody. I didn't want everybody to have to wait. So now, here comes episode 18.
It's these two guys.
These two guys.
It's these two guys.
So we thought, since we did the whole popcorn thing, and that took up a little bit of time there, and I hope you enjoyed that. And if you didn't, well, hopefully you stayed around for this, because we're going to talk about AI right now. And I tell you what, Larry, I have never been so excited about something in my life, well, with the exception of Mary and Deb, that I am right now. And so what I did was, a friend of mine gave me a little code to go to a app called Sora, S-O-R-A. And Sora is an AI app that creates videos of the person, whoever's doing it. So what you do is you open up, you create a profile, and it takes your picture and you move your head up and down, and it asks you to say 1, 2, 3, and this, that, and the other thing, something to those effect. Ask you to say a few words, and it takes a sampling of your face, how you speak, what you sound like, and it puts it in a profile. And those of you who are friends on Facebook now, by the way, we have over 5,000 Facebook followers now. We started with like 88. All right. Now we got over 5,000.
And growing.
We have one video that as of this moment, now I don't know what it's going to have by the time you see this, but as of the moment we're recording this, has 2 million views. One video, 2 million views. We have 3 million views overall. We have other videos that have 150,000, 214,000.
Yep.
So, and then I made a big mistake. You learn as you go. So what I was doing was I was uploading to These Two Guys Facebook page, all right? These two guys, at These Two Guys. I was uploading it, and I'm saying, well, I'm going to also upload it to my own Facebook page and then my George Henry Radio Facebook page. I uploaded it to 3 different places, plus TikTok. Well, what I didn't realize is I should have been sharing it from These Two Guys.
Because all the links.
Because all the links go to the other Facebook pages.
Yep.
So we've got 20,000 of our 2 million video on another page. So we lost out on those. But in the process of that, we were solicited to be sponsors for a new energy drink. It's called Dubby. And you can find it on our website. We talked about it a little earlier when we were popping popcorn, but you can find it on our website, these2guys.com. Go to our sponsor link on the top of the page there and check it out. Now, they're looking for people who want to try their product. They're giving some great deals. In fact, if you go to our website, you get 10% off automatically. So you get whatever's on sale that day, plus you get 10% off, and you can order the products. Now, there's products that they use with milk, products that they use with water, and I think they have a couple of products you use with juice.
Well, the juices, yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, talking about this whole AI thing, and I'm going to put some of the comments on here because I think they're very interesting. Now, it was never my intent to mislead anybody, but what I didn't realize is the global scope of what I was doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking that I'm doing these and my friends are going to see them.
And not think that you were actually...
Right. And my friends aren't going to think that I was traveling to Hawaii on a boat,
By
or
yourself,
flying on a jet. So what happened was, when these started going viral, you started getting some comments, and there are these, wow, that's really cool. That's a great jet. Wow, you really flew that low to the ground. Then other people are going, that's bullshit. That's AI.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of crap. You're a jerk for even putting this up there. I mean, some really,
Oh my God.
oh yeah, some really hateful responses up there. And I liked them all. I liked the hateful ones. In fact, I had one guy was cussing me out for being a effing idiot, effing clown. is what he said. So I just responded to him, and then we started up a conversation. He was really nice.
Yeah.
He was really nice about it. So, I don't believe there's any reason to fight back or disagree with what they're saying. I liked every comment that I could think of that I liked. I laughed at some. I loved some, and I just thought it was great. And it turns out that some of my friends who I didn't think would think that I was actually doing this, actually thought I was doing this. In fact, my sister texted me and she goes, "Are you going to Hawaii?"
Yeah, you got to see the Hawaii video. I thought, honestly,
You thought those would be the ones?
Yeah. Well, because we see each other every week.
Right.
Sometimes even between middle of the
Yeah.
week, we see each other a lot. That is a spot on representation of you. I mean, there's very little difference from what you see in AI versus what we see in real life. And so, yeah, it's like, what the hell? George is on a boat cruising to Hawaii? Like, when did this happen?
If I didn't know, there's a couple telltale signs in some of them. Like I just put a new one up. Now I'm in Australia now.
Yes, I saw that.
And there's one where we're all drinking beer and singing a song, and you can kind of see a floating hand in the video. There's a hand that's got nothing else attached to it, and it's kind of cool.
And the ones where you're working under my house, putting in the wiring.
Right.
I mean, those are spot on.
Yeah.
And that's an actual, what we were actually doing.
A representation. Yeah, it was an AI version of what we were actually doing yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing some wiring at our other house, and George is underneath the floorboards, running wire.
Yeah.
And the AI actually represents, and I mean, I don't know what it looks like down there because I'm claustrophobic.
The difference is I was laying down in your house.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of sitting up in there because there was a little more room. But
Yeah.
Yeah, in your house I was laying down.
Yeah, because
There's no standing up.
Yeah.
It was really tight. I mean, literally, there was probably, there was about, I'd say 18 inches. But there were spots in there that I couldn't reach, like pulling the wire down was maybe 12 inches.
Oh, wow.
And that's what Otto got through.
Okay. Yeah. Otto's another guy that we hired to help with the.
Very tight to get in the spots that I couldn't get because I'm kind of a big guy.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, we're both kind of big guys. But that, so anyway, we've been having a lot of fun. My problem is since I didn't expect the one that went viral to go viral, I'm like, how do I predict what will go viral?
yeah.
How do I know? I mean, I put a funny video up there. This is great. You saw the video of the food truck in Portland?
Yes. The taco, Warzone tacos.
Warzone Tacos. So what I did was I told AI to create a SWAT vehicle in the city of Portland and turn it into a food truck as I approached to order food. And it did. And some guy commented on there, "Oh, that's really stupid. That's really idiotic. Someone's going to get shot from doing that." I'm like, it's AI. And somebody below him said, "It's AI. It's not real." But it's amazing how real it
Realistic.
looks.
And I saw one, and this is probably going to trigger some people. I saw one the other day where Trump fell down the stairs in Air Force One, and he tumbled. I mean, it wasn't just like a slip. He tumbled. He hit the ground, and Ivania comes up and she helps him up. And the comments, so many people actually thought it was real, which was really surprising because I'm like, if he'd fallen off of Air Force One, we'd really know about it. It'd be on the news across. But thousands upon thousands of comments, and people actually thought that he really fell down the stairs in Air Force One. So
That's just kind of crazy.
it is crazy, spooky, and scary. I mean, but it looks real. It looked real. I mean, there's some things you can pick out of it, of the tumbling and the physics, hitting certain things that, people don't bounce like that normally. I mean, he might, but people don't normally bounce that way. People were really thinking that it actually happened.
It's funny. I've got one video where I wrote summertime. It was supposed to be supper time. M&P got mixed up somehow. But so I put the Citation 10 on autopilot, and then I go to the back and eat dinner. And you can see where I'm starting to sit down isn't where the chair is, but then I end up in the chair.
Right.
And then there's all these pilots out there going, "Oh, that would never happen. You'd never leave the cockpit. No, you'd never do that. You'd never put on autopilot and leave. That's ridiculous. Nobody would ever do that." And I happen to know people have done that.
Yeah.
Now, the best comment that I got on that was somebody in the comments goes, "So who cooked the food?" And it was perfect. They totally got the fact that how did you have a steak prepared there with nobody else on the plane?
And it's a 5-star representation too.
Oh,
A presentation of
man,
that plate was perfect.
That was a huge, like big. I actually wanted one
Yes.
after I saw that video.
Yes, I agree.
But you've had some relationship with AI when it comes to drones and stuff, right?
Yes.
Talk a little bit about how AI and drones work together.
AI and drones, especially more of the newer drones, they have a follow me feature where basically the drone picks out a subject. You point the subject out in the controller and the drone will follow them. Most of the modern drones also have what they call obstacle avoidance, right? So if it's getting close to a wall or it's getting close to a tree, if somebody's following you through some type of path or whatever, you can tell it to either stop and it'll see something in front of it, it'll stop, or it'll bypass. If it bypassed, it has to find its way around. Now with the newer drones and the newer software, the AI is so well enhanced. If you can get them, yeah. You saw the last podcast, you'll know it's not very easy to get. You can get them. You still can get them. They are out there.
But the new drones,
new drones will find its way around if it has to go down or up. Like it literally,
So if you're on a road and there's a big tree overhanging, it'll go like
it'll go either over or under. It'll ascertain which route is the easiest way. And the other thing is the return to home feature. So even some of the older drones, but even more so with the newer drones, there's a feature to where if you lose control of your drone, the battery goes dead on your controller, signal drops off or whatever, it'll return back to you. This latest version of drones, especially like the Mini 5 and the Mavic 3 Pro, not only will it actually creates kind of like something you'd see in like 80s movie like Tron or something, right? You see the tube or whatever, the flight path you took to get to where you currently are. The drone would turn itself around and fly back following that exact same path. But let's say something gets in its way. It'll find its way around it and get right back on that same path and come back down. And that's all due to AI. And that's a little drone about this big. If you remove all the motors,
drone's that big or the brain?
The brain is probably about that big. Yeah, the drone's about that big. If you remove all the propellers and the motors and servos and things like that, yeah, you're probably left with a little bit, a little computing chip, probably no bigger than that.
About 2-inch square or something like that.
Yeah, they're pretty tiny in there.
So when drones first came out, they did a lot basically with satellites and GPS. A lot of their maneuvering was based on, especially high-low and positioning coming back, was based on GPS. But now this is, with AI, it's more advanced than just the satellite.
They still use the satellites,
Right.
but yes, way more advanced than just the satellites. I think these things, the least amount of satellites I have picked up on any flight that I've ever done is probably about 12 satellites. That most I get is like 30-something satellites. So your global positioning is almost pinpoint, accurate as to where that drone is and where it's located, height-wise, altitude-wise, speed, everything is all calculated by those. So,
but it also uses its own camera, right? Mm-hmm. And does it have sensor devices as you would be in a car bumper or something like that? Or is it mainly the camera?
The camera really is just for view. I mean, it's just to basically see where you are.
So it doesn't the camera doesn't look at it and see that there's a tree there and then send the information back and has to redirect?
You have
how does it know the tree?
Other different cameras. So you have your main camera, which is basically your what takes the videos or pictures or whatever you're taking, right? Then you have the other cameras, which they're more like sensors, kind of like what you have in later model cars when you're backing up to something. And you let you know that you're getting ready to back into something or you're getting ready to drive into something. You'll see them on your bumper, little circular sensors. Yeah. So drones have pretty much the same thing, except they're more optical rather than more like a radar. Those are kind of like radar type sensing things. It kind of sends an echo sound out, right? And it's kind of letting you know how far before that sound gets returned back to the sensor. Drones kind of use visual. They're kind of more like cameras, and they can see something and detect how far that object is. Now, the newer drones have LiDAR, which is what you see in Teslas, where they can actually drive themselves. I mean, it sees everything, and it sees everything from a pretty far distance. It can see things in a low light, high lights, and things like that. So,
So it's like the cars that can stay within its own lane, cars that can drive. Now they have vehicles where it used to be you'd have to put your hands on after so many seconds because it would turn off the self-driving.
Right.
But now they've got a little sensor that's above the steering wheel on the dashboard that looks at you, tells you if you're awake. As long as
Yes.
you're awake and alert, it'll continue to drive hands-free.
Yep.
Slows down if a car gets too close in front of it.
And some of them, the actuations are different too. I have a late model Mustang, and I didn't realize it had that too. I didn't know it had the lane departure warnings. Like a warning was just an audible warning, let you know you're outside the lane. This car will actually steer you back on. It's a sports car. I didn't know it actually did that. I knew it will let you know that you're departing a lane, but when it gets you back in place, it's jagged. It just kind of just forces you back over. My Kia, a 2023 Kia, will literally drive. I can go all the way down Rhododendron, and it will drive and take all those turns smoothly without your hands on the steering wheel.
Now Deb's Mustang, which is the Mach-E, will do that for 30 seconds or so, but that's about it.
Yeah, you still
And
get the
have to
warnings.
It'll actually turn it off. It'll turn the self-driving feature off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it'll self-correct while your hands are on. Even it'll self-correct you in the lane to make sure you stay in the lane.
And this is all AI.
Yeah, and it's only getting better now. All right, I was the last one to talk, so you start off here when they stop barking, because that way I can transition. It won't jump. It won't look like we jumped. Okay. So just wait a second. Rub, 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 rub. These are the outtakes.
Yeah. Oh, the outtakes would be fun.
I think
So,
good. Oh,
she had to get the last word. So yeah, and the Mustang, it's actually a camera. It's actually a camera that's right over the rearview mirror. There's a little tiny little camera. It actually does your lane departure. It also manages the high beam sensor. So if you're driving down the street and your high beams are on, if another car or another vehicle is heading towards you, it senses the lights and turns the high beams off automatically.
now be honest with you, they have had that since the 60s.
Did they?
My dad had a 66 Cadillac sedan DeVille that had automatic light sensors that turned the lights down automatically. I thought that was pretty cool back then. But now it's a lot more sophisticated now, of course.
I didn't know it actually, they had that back then.
So I think we have a picture of it, but if not, I'll find one. I noticed you posted something about this new Mustang that's coming out, which looks a lot like the electric Mustang Deb has,
Yes.
but it's got a motor in it.
Does it have a motor in it?
Yeah, I think so, because it has a radiator in the front. Deb's Mustang doesn't have a radiator.
I only saw the picture. I didn't actually read anything on it. I thought it looked really, really cool. And
It does look really, really cool. It looks badass, and it's supposed to be like the Cayenne, like the Porsche Cayenne. It's a Porsche, but it's a different version of that. So this is like the Mustang, but it's a different version.
kind of like the GDT, I think it is, that they came out $250,000 Mustang. That's interesting. I just saw the picture and I thought it was really, really cool. And
really cool.
so I reshared it. But we have to be careful with that too, because I've seen where they said,
Oh, it might not be real?
yeah, where it's like, oh, here's the 2026 Pinto. Here's a 2026 Corvair. So it could be one of those. Now, when I see these new cars and you don't get a lot of buzz on them, I always assume that there's somebody's rendering.
I would buy a 2026 Pinto.
I would buy a 2026 Corvair.
Yeah, that would be cool. Would that not?
Yeah.
I had a 71 and a 74 Pinto when I was young.
I never owned a Pinto. I did have a Chevy Citation, which was pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a Chevy, not a Nova, Chevy Vega. I had a Chevette,
Remember the Chevettes?
the little square boxy things there. I had an AMC Concorde.
I had a Hornet.
You had a Hornet and a Concorde. My sister had the Javelin.
I love the
Hot Rod
Javelin. Javelins are
Oh,
nice.
yes. Oh, yeah.
That's a bucket list car for me. I don't know why, but I love the
nice.
Javelins.
Um,
But a lot of these renderings of those cars are done from AI.
yeah.
If this car is real, it's probably real. But if it is not real, I guarantee you it's an AR
AI rendering.
rendering.
I'm going to see if I can get AI to render a car that I can drive that's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to see if it'll do that.
Mach 5 from Speed Racer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go, Speed Racer, go.
Now, what's was funny is some countries actually have vehicles where they continue the models that have been long since discontinued here. And I found that when I went to in Europe, we saw the not the Corrado. What was the one before that? The Scirocco. The Scirocco. They were still making the Scirocco.
That's a VW, isn't it?
VW Scirocco, Volkswagen Scirocco. We saw. I want to say we're in Europe. It was about 5 years ago. But here we are walking down the street. I actually still have that picture. I'm walking down the street and I said, does that say Scirocco? It's a Volkswagen Scirocco, brand spanking new. It's white. It had the same stylish and look. It was a real car.
But they don't import them.
They don't import them. And they discontinued the Scirocco, I think, in the U.S. probably in the, 80s? Around the 80s? Because I went from Scirocco to the Corrado. And then after the Corrado got discontinued, I want to say in 95 or something.
See, I don't remember
like
the
that.
Corrado. I remember the Scirocco, but I don't remember the Corrado.
The Corrado was I don't know if it was like an upgrade or what the main difference, because both of those cars were ahead of their time. The Scirocco and the Corrado. The Corrado started with a 4-cylinder turbo or a VR6. They were the first person that did the 6-cylinder. Not like your average 6-cylinder where
Not a
you have
V?
the V. Yeah,
Was it an inline?
It was a V, but it was kind of overlapped and where the cylinders kind of went over each other, in between each other, instead of side by side. They're pretty beefy little motors, and it had that little spoiler that comes up at 40 miles an hour automatically. Like all that stuff was ahead of its time. They were great cars.
Pretty cool. But now AI, let me know, let Larry know, let us know what you think about this AI stuff. Because, it's only going to get harder to differentiate reality from artificial intelligence.
Yes,
I mean, there's a video of me climbing in a cage to look at a great white. And I swear to God, except for the fact that I'm skinnier in that than I am in real life, I would have thought that was me.
Yeah, I know. I've watched all these videos, and oh my God, I mean, like I said, sitting next to George, it's you. I think some of the earlier ones, the only difference was your eyes were a little darker.
Yeah.
And I think through,
Sometimes the voice was sped up.
the voice sped up, but that's your voice. It's 100% your voice.
Now I'm trying to get Larry into it, but Larry won't get an iPhone.
I did see Sora.
You could
has
write
a
it
2.
off.
Well, Sora has a 2 now.
Sora
Supposedly,
2.
Sora 2, from what I saw, and I haven't researched that, Sora 2 is supposed to be for Android.
Well,
I am on it.
because we can't be these two guys with just one
One
guy.
guy. Yeah. Just for the time being, when you do see George, assume that I'm the guy that's holding the camera.
That's right. And if there is a Larry there, he may look similar to Larry, but it's not Larry.
Yeah.
course.
Especially the white guy.
The white guy, the white guy doesn't look anything like me.
No.
I didn't know they were going to put a white guy in the video. I would have just said, "Don't leave the other guy in there."
It would have been these two dudes.
These two dudes. Yeah. And I think we mentioned it the other day. Some guy was saying, you must be from the East Coast. Or maybe I was just telling you that in person. But he goes, these two guys, like you're from Jersey or something.
Oh God,
These
yeah.
two guys.
Two guys. And you got these guys over there.
These guys.
Over there.
But anyway, couple of things. Check out Dubby. All right. Go to our website, these2guys.com. In fact, I even uploaded the link on our Facebook page too, so you can get to it from there. But check them out. It's a high energy, no crash drink where you don't go up and then come down. It's kind of steady. And it's caffeine based, coffee based. So, it looks like it's pretty safe. Otherwise I wouldn't be pushing it now, but I'm going to try it out myself as soon as I get.
We will be doing a
We'll
taste
both be
test.
trying it out,
Yeah.
I should say.
Not only for its effectiveness, but as far as its taste as well. Because
Yeah.
even if an energy drink doesn't taste well, you're not going to want to drink it. So
Yeah, we'll be drinking Dubby and eating old Pop Pop.
yes, we will.
But anyway, I don't have anything. You got anything else?
No, just again, we appreciate every one of you. We don't even know half of you. Well, maybe more than half, but we love you.
Yeah.
And we
for
love the
being
fact that you've taken time out of your day to spend it with these two guys.
And remember, on our Facebook page, watch the videos, share the videos, give them to your friends, because that's going to be the way that we're going to be able to keep doing this. All right. Once we get to a certain level of Facebook friends, we'll be able to monetize Facebook. Once we get to a certain level on YouTube, we'll be able to monetize YouTube. And we can't do that without your help. So tell your friends about it. Tell everybody you know about it. The YouTube page is at These Two Guys. You can get us at our website. If you just go to our website, these2guys.com, that's probably the easiest. Our updated show will be the first one on the list there. You click on that, it'll automatically credit it to YouTube, and you can watch us.
And remember, notoriety comes with availability. Availability comes from notoriety. So with that and with the growth of our site and these two guys, we can bring on bigger and bigger guests.
That's right, bigger guests.
People you want to hear from.
And again, also on our website, check out the merch site and get some merchandise. We got all sorts of things. And we got aprons, we got sweatshirts, we got hoodies, we got... Just go and look. Go and see.
Check it out.
Yeah. Have a great rest of your week.
Yeah. See you later.
Peace.
It's these two guys. These two guys. It's these two guys.